Head up, 30 base.
Check 48 the mark. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. I'm coming.
They'll run on first down. It's Cohen. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
On the double.
54, right there. 54, Mike. All ready, come on, let's go. Check.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Michelle. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 7 yards on the carry, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
Watch twins. Watch twins.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Michelle. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up first and goal now. They come up in an offset eye. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. Second and goal from the 1.
It's a party now.
Yep.
Hey, switch gears. Check.
Snap.
They'll run on second down with Cohen. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Tariq Cohen with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Patriots have taken the lead. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
This Tampa Bay defense, they held strong on the first 2 plays. Now third and goal. Looking to throw. Herbert. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Devin White, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down.
A 23-yard attempt.
Seibert able to knock this one through. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This is taken at the 3. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Wait. 56 is the mic. 56 is the mic. Time to go night.
Here's Winston. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
Easy. 56. Check 56. We own them. 56. Mike, 56. 56. Watch the run. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
A 2nd down throw for Winston. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Easy. Motion to the backfield. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Sonny. I got you. Mike's 56. Mike's 56. Here we go. Look small. All day. Defense.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer 1st down.
That's good. For the Buccaneers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
You better be afraid of me. Jim.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra that extra emphasis on it got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction.
Let's go. Even. Yeah, let's go, Sam. Easy. Hey, check 24. Check 4. Easy. Hey. 51's the mic.
Here's White. Call it a gain of a couple there as it'll leave him with a 2nd and just 3.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Ready. Blue 80. Mike 51. Watch the run. Out. Wait. Green, triple team. Let's keep bringing it.
From the 31, Winston throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. J.C. Jackson there defensively to knock it away.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Green, triple team. 56.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done.
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. That was Patrick Peterson from his quarterback spot whirling in for the sack. Well, they brought the lead into this third quarter, and now they're really stepping up, setting a tone here defensively.
They came right out roaring because you had to know that in the locker room, they talked about setting that tone that you just described, continuing the dominance that they exhibited in the first half.
54 is Mark. Go. Check, check. Walk 54. Walk 54. Hey,
Ready.
Off play action. Herbert. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey, exit.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up.
From the gun, Herbert. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Ready. Blue away. Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Check 50. Check 50.
Hey, stop. Follow. Let him go.
On play action, Winston sliding out of the pocket. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there, almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Check the backer. Check the backer. Slam.
Follow. Let him go.
On second down, they'll run with White. And he's going to take this down close to the 1st as he's brought down at the Patriots' 36.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here we go, D. Get off the field. Quick the edge. Come. Flip. Mike 51. Wait. Me and you.
On 3rd and 1, here's Winston. And Jeffrey's got it. And he picks up the 1st before he's taken down at the 29. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. Winston now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Watch the shift.
They will run with White out of the shotgun. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Ready? Flag! What is that?
I don't think you got it, son.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Watch that, watch that, watch that.
Now White. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Easy.
Check. Shift.
Easy.
56. Mike's 56.
Green, triple team.
Come on, boy.
Opting to run again here with White. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Give him 3 yards on the run. Now they'll need to draw up something good here on 3rd and 13.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Get him, boys. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. Crunch time, defense.
Flip it.
56. Mike.
Easy.
56.
Mike 56. 56.
3rd and long for Winston. This is caught. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
So now they assess a 3rd and long, and that holding call might have knocked him out of field goal range, at least for the moment. Here's White. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And this one is right down Broadway. And that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16-10. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
At the 30-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Go.
They run. This is Cohen. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Back now in Tampa. It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
218, jump.
Again, it's Cohen. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. New England on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 9.
Ready? 35.
Back to throw. Herbert. And able to find Dorsett. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
Hey, Orbit. Go.
54's Mike.
Looking to throw. Herbert. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. A 4th and very long coming up. You're out of field goal range. I don't know that you can go for this.
Well, I know that you want to, right? You know that they want to say, hey, let's go for this. We've got the perfect play drawn up. Let's do it. But I wouldn't go for it either. I agree with you totally. You're only down 1 score. Punt it. Let your defense pick you up.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Well, he gets this deep into Patriot territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 68 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
At the 10-yard line.
56. Mike's 56.
Here we go.
SOS. Wait. SOS.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check. Here we go.
They stay on the ground with White. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And Gay knocks this one through, and that will make this a 9-point lead. A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jack.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Easy. Check the call.
Oh, a quarterback sneak on 2nd down. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
The Bucs on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. On 3rd down, a run from White. And now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. James White, 98 yards as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Gay is on for the point after. I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see when they decide to do a play caller, because a 1-point...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devin White just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Back to throw. Herbert. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off around the 41. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. On 1st down, it's White. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
He's coming. Double up. He's on me. Check. Let's go. My ball.
They go right back to White here on 1st down. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that...
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct.
Hey, wahoo! Ready?
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now a desperation throw, and that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
Let's make these babies crawl all the way back.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers.
Well, that 2-point attempt failed due to the fumble, but people can't see this, but you got a ball in your hands now, and you got the thing locked in pretty well. You got it covered up.
I love having a football in the booth. I always hang on to it. It makes me feel like I actually played back in my day.
Well, you probably could have. If you had run that play, you would not have fumbled, I can tell you that.
Maybe. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. And they take a knee. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Green, come see.
56. Mike's 56. Hey. Where we go?
On the draw, here's White. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line, well short of the first. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. Now they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't.
Hey, team 6. 5.
On 1st and 10, Herbert, he's going to let it fly. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Herbert. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 39. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. They'll run on 1st down. It's White. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, Pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Buccaneers, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll get another home date next week as the Saints will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll try again next week at home against New England. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just